You can pick for somebody if you wanted to. Somebody's trying to sell a PS4 for $400.
PS4.
7 games, 2 controllers, and the games are like old. What time is it? Yeah, it's gonna go pretty high. I'm out of that one. I am just a girl in the world. And Ninja Turtles.
What's that clock? It was starting almost it, but it doesn't matter.
I think they every 2 minutes. The draft.
Look at us being all fancy. We're so fancy. Oh. What up, Periscope?
What up?
Welcome to the Monsters of Geek Draft Party. Our draft is sort of kind of getting set up. And also on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, you're also listening as well. So we're trying to get the Periscope set up. It's actually running from the mic from the iPhone. So we're kind of getting it set up. If you can't hear us, let us know. We'll try to scoot it closer or something. But YouTube, I know you can hear us. My wonderful wife just gave us a thumbs up on the audio here. Actually, we'll probably turn ourselves up just a bit here where you can hear us. So we've got some mics set up. You can't see it on YouTube. I got one here and one there. I am your editor in chief, Aaron. This is our resident wintry monster himself, Yeti. And we are just about to set up. This is actually one of my work drafts. So we decided to combine our football intellect and decide to go in together on this team. So awesome. So we pay $25 to be in this league. And $25 we're going to split it 12.50 a piece, and we're going to put a team in there together, and we're pretty stoked about it. It's the first time we've ever drafted together. We're kind of the same mind here, but this is like, this could turn into a wrestling GM feud if we come up to a pick.
I'm Jerry Jones.
I'm not Jerry Jones. We'll be adjusting the camera here, and let's see.
We're going to draft Felix Jones, first pick. Brian Mallett. All Arkansas players, please.
Yeah, definitely Ryan Mallett. I think Ryan Mallett's probably our number one pick right now in this draft. We love Ryan Mallett here at Monster of Geek. So
Ryan Mallett, number one quarterback.
we've got you up here on Periscope too. So I nobody's watching you yet. Let's see. We're going to try to stick it on Periscope. We may actually switch to Facebook video here in a few minutes if we can't get the Periscope stuff to work. Even though look how good we look on Periscope. Man, we are two good looking geeks tonight. We're probably going to talk about a bunch of stuff. We're probably going to talk about some sports. We'll talk about geeky stuff while we sit here and do a geeky thing. Um, but it may just be we want to eat some pizza too. So if you don't like watch us eat pizza and stuff, you may not like this here in a few minutes. But I'll probably leave the room, order some pizza, and we'll have a good time.
Just like the rap group in the '80s, Fat Boys.
That's right. We got the bass drums here to back that up. Joe, what do you think about this draft, man? A lot of things are being thrown out. Running backs are two platoon for years. Only about maybe three or four running backs that's going to get majority of the carries for their teams. Um, Quarterback wise, obviously, really deep draft quarterbacks. We talked about in your draft, you got David Carr in the 11th round in one of your drafts. So, and there's not that many elite quarterbacks. I mean, you're looking at Aaron Rodgers, Cam Newton. Who else would be?
Drew Brees.
Well, maybe took a dip last year. No Peyton Manning, who's been an elite quarterback for so many years in fantasy. Tommy, going to miss the first 4 games. Uh, who else, man? Andrew Luck, maybe if his offensive line can hold up. I know he crushed a lot of people last year as his offensive line was just downright horrible. Um, good thing about it, we got the number 1 pick, and I think we're in agreement. And Antonio Brown is our guy. I've never the last time I drafted a receiver in the first round. Actually, maybe it was last year, but the one year I got Randy Moss and Andre Johnson and Anquan Bolden. No, what last year's years ago when I won my first of 2, actually 3. I won 3 fantasy football championships. How many you won? 2. So I've won 2 in one league in the Yahoo League, and I won 1 in ESPN last year.
I won 1 our Yahoo League, and then won this one 2 years ago. And we're drafting for tonight.
So let's see. We'll turn the stream audio up here if we can.
If I'm not mistaken, when I won this league is when I'm a wide receiver heavy and kept Demaryius Thomas, the 3rd round pick, because the guy drafted him in the 3rd round the year before that I picked up the team. And then went and got Calvin Johnson and Des Bryant in the 1st and 2nd round.
We're trying to work on the audio on Periscope.
Periscope.
Should have tested this before, but we fly by the seat of our pants here. Okay, cool. We're getting audio on Periscope, and we'll see how many people watch. We may actually be able to get more views on Facebook. This is the first time we were Periscope, so if you kind of join us, we may get some views here in a minute. Draft's not even started yet, so I think they're trying to figure out. I have the number 1 pick, but it's showing me as the 8th pick. So I think it's probably going by when we put the team in the league. So I was probably the 8th person in the league to do this. So this may actually not start till 10 o'clock at this point.
It's a random.
But
Hear me?
oh, it's set on random.
It's a random draft order.
Okay. So we used to do this in one of my leagues. Is one of these called RT Sports, which I don't recommend at all. I think it's a piece of garbage. You pay for the you pay for the stuff. It doesn't do well. It doesn't give you updates as fast as ESPN or even Yahoo for that matter, as far as that goes. So you pay a lot of money for a nice little draft board that now everybody does. Yahoo has one that's very similar. ESPN now has one that's very similar. So we decided in this league to go to ESPN. Like I said, it's a paid league, so a little bit more money to spread around because we're not paying somebody for their crappy service. And the app is terrible. I think we're all on it for what you pay for RT Sports. The app is pretty bad. It's not very intuitive. It's not easy to use. It's slow. It's clunky. It looks like it's, from the Stone Age as far as apps go. A lot of times the app, I actually did not. You had to pay for the app. I think the app's like $4.
Yeah.
And it sucks. So I would just go to the website on the app, the mobile site, and that would be much better. Even though that sucked too, but it's better than paying $4 for something that sucks.
Even the website sucked.
Yeah, the website sucked. Yeah. Didn't really like it at all, to be 100% honest. But let's see. I want to jump out and go order some pizza right quick. Joe's gonna belly dance for you. This is your halftime entertainment, or I'm sorry, pregame entertainment. Um, they tried to get him to do the Super Bowl, the halftime show, and Joe just wouldn't have it. He's not with that pop music stuff. Okay, so he's gonna belly dance for you.
I
And
can't
I'm
belly
gonna.
dance. I forgot my nipple test.
All right, that went too far, Joseph. Okay, I'm gonna go order some pizza, and I will be right back.
Right back.
Making fun of my
Pew pew pew. You better hurry. Just in case I start the draft.
Let me do my first pick first, then we'll. Make sure I make it. My wonderful wife order for us.
But technically, if you did miss the pick, it would pick auto. The auto pick would be Antonio Brown.
Pizza. Our Periscope. We're gonna go out. We'll be at Facebook video, so we'll see you later. Nobody's watching, so it doesn't matter. Let me see. Make sure I'm stopping these videos here. Periscope. There's the first one. Okay, so let's try a Facebook video here.
So you remember how I told you to do it?
Let me pull up the page first.
Pull up the page.
I see the live thing now.
No, that's on yours.
Okay. Go back. Let's go here. Oop. All right, so I got that pulled up.
Scroll down and see your post. No, go up. Hit publish.
Okay, here we go. Live video. Yes, allow access.
I've got the keys. I've got the keys. What is going on?
Why is this taking so long?
Because everybody keeps leaving and entering. Dude, the camera's on.
No anymore, it's not.
Black it out.
Oh.
Don't flip this chair, dude.
That'd be awesome. Chair.
If you put it on YouTube, you probably more hits than anything we've ever put on.
Probably. Let's see if I can adjust this. Look at that.
Facebook.
What up, Facebook? We are here.
Facebook. Tell them to hurry. Tell them 8 o'clock means 8 o'clock, not 8:15. Got it? You got it. you like?
Crap. Guess I can accept it from here, huh? Hello? Hello?
Put it on TV.
Okay.
We got a viewer. What up, viewer?
What up, viewer?
What up?
First viewer ever on Facebook
Oh,
Live. Oh, it went
away.
away. Oh, boo. What up, YouTube? Nobody watching there either, but we're going to have a good time, ain't we, Joe?
Everybody, yeah.
Rock your body.
Yeah. Everybody. Back.
Watch Monsters Geek now.
Yeah, that works.
That worked?
That works.
Okay. I thought she was going, because remember the video was like Monsters. Remember that back in the day?
Yeah, you remember, I think it was Backstreet Boys.
Hey, Jerry Massey. What's up, man?
Yes.
Yes. That's
Good
the only way we can have it. So we got great artist and writer Jeremy Massey with us today, comic book writer. We do have an awesome interview a while back from not this Free Comic Book Day, but the last Free Comic Book Day. So go check that out on our YouTube page. But yeah, so Facebook. So what are we doing? So we're doing fantasy football draft. Me and Yeti. If you don't know, we are part of Monsters of Geek. I'm your editor in chief. Yeti is our all-around winery monster. And Joel Sprinkle has just dropped out, and so has Robin Collins is on. So we got 3 viewers as we draft fantasy football.
Hi, Robin.
This is the first time that we have ever drafted together. So
Jerry
this could
Jones
be a genius thing. It could be the most boring thing ever, or it could explode into YouTube fandom because we would like punch each other or something. So Joel just gave us 3 hearts.
What's up, Massey?
So yeah, so as you see over here, we've got Mr. Jeremy, Joel, and Robin all chilling out with us today. We've got 4 viewers on, so I don't know who the 4th one is, but awesome. Thank you for joining us. We're waiting for this draft to start. It was supposed to draft at 8 o'clock. Actually, let me send me my message here. Because they are trying to they're trying to figure out the draft process here. So we were supposed to draft at 8 o'clock. As you see, it is now 20 after 8. So we may be here all night doing this. So we'll see how it is. We got a really fancy setup, though. So we've got Facebook Live over here. We look really good. As I've turned the camera around, we're in high definition. That doesn't need to be high definition, but we are in high definition. We got that going off the phone. We have our YouTube channel going right now with a live stream. So, Robin, different league. This is a work league. So our draft will be probably next Tuesday. I got to set it up on Yahoo. So, yeah, right now this is one of our work leagues. So we actually pay to be in this league. So me and him splitting the cost of the league this time, and we are going to see how this goes. Mm-hmm. So we're pretty much on a cord. I have the number 1 pick, or I'm supposed to have the number 1 pick. I'm guessing this is the issue, is that I'm supposed to have number 1 pick and somebody else has it right now. I'm actually drafting 8th, which is not right. So they want to try to fix that because they are having some issues here.
I'm taking song request to sing.
So we're having some technical difficulties. So Robin, don't be confused. This is a different draft completely. So we will draft our Yahoo League on Tuesday. So I got to get the draft set up, but it'll be online, unfortunately. So like it was last year. But yeah, so we're gonna talk about some sports. We'll talk about some geek stuff. Send some questions over here if you have any questions. I know our opinions on stuff or whatever. Just give us a shout here. We can see it on our monitors here. We got a fancy setup. So I've got 2 mics here for the YouTube stuff. Probably not hearing it on the microphone on the phone, unfortunately. I can't figure out how to sync those 2 together.
We've got 1 board and 2 microphones.
That's right.
Where's that?
And then we have we got the board here, 55-inch Samsung here. We've got everything kind of plastered. So also, if you're on the YouTube channel, we also got our little pop up here for comments. So, but yeah, so Joe, let's talk about some stuff. So we're pretty set on Antonio Brown being our number one pick. We think that he's going to have a huge year. Got his contract extended. I would have loved to have him in a contract year, but we'll take that out. That guy's been super good. I had him last year, and he just tore it up last year. So really stoked to get him back on my team. This is a snake draft, so I will draft first, and then we will go and then the last pick we'll draft again, head into the second round, and then we'll move back up, and then we'll keep on going there. Um, let's talk about Joe. We have been doing a wrestling draft, which we've talked a little bit about on the wrestling podcast, or the the monthly wrestling podcast that we do. Go check us out, by the way, monstersofgeek.com. Go check us out at YouTube on Monsters of Geek blog. Also, bless you. Also, check us out on Twitter at Monsters of Geek if you haven't already. And everybody's leaving us. But yeah, so we're gonna talk some sports, talk some geeky stuff, just to kind of shoot the time. But yeah, I don't know when this thing will start. So we'll probably end up moving back and forth, just you know, doing stuff.
I can also do karaoke.
Joe's taking requests, so shoot us a request on Facebook. Can we call this Facebook Live? Is what this is called?
Yeah.
I kept thinking SmackDown Live, and I thought, no, I'm just putting live with Facebook.
Send me some songs to sing.
But this is Facebook Live, so like I said, shoot us some questions and
Song requests.
Song requests. Joe's a singer, very talented. Won a couple Grammys apparently. I don't know, maybe another life or something, but apparently he won some Grammys. He actually danced on the ceiling with Lionel Richie one time.
I did.
I was there for it, so.
The hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah, and Lionel Richie. You think Lionel Richie has the best hair? He's got some pretty good hair.
Pretty good hair.
Yeah, definitely for that time period. So
I like that new DirecTV commercial.
which one?
Peyton on Sunday morning.
So they're doing apparently Comedy Central. Actually, Comedy Central did is doing a roast of Peyton Manning. And I saw a clip of it yesterday or today, and Peyton Manning, or not a roast Peyton Manning, I'm sorry, a roast of Rob Lowe, and Peyton Manning's there, so him and Rob Lowe must be besties or something, because he was on the other side, not on the comedic side, but he was on the guest side, and he was talking about he made fun of Peyton Manning's head and how like oblong it looked, and he called him shoot, I can't remember the name. The guy from the Goonies. No,
Rudy.
No, the disfigured one.
Oh
no, Sloth. There you go. Yeah, so he actually called him Sloth, and it was actually really funny. So I may actually kind of tune in and see what's going on here. So,
baby.
Let's see. So we are still under. Uh-oh. That's not good.
Unless they just canceled the draft altogether.
I think I'll send out another one. I hope so. So I'm going to find out what's going on here. I guess I need to go to the league office, I guess. What is my thing on here?
They haven't.
Hey, Reed.
I don't think they've done anything.
Oh, they did a draft reset. So I have no clue what's going on right now.
Everything's gonna be alright. No.
Let's see. Who can I talk to that would actually answer my text at this point? Maybe I'll take that. Let's open up my mail here just in case you want to send me another
Open
invite.
up your mind.
So I have no idea what's going on right now. We were supposed to be doing a draft, and we had this crazy idea to do this live, me and him live, to do this, to call your brothers, showing you how to do a fantasy football draft, being the ultimate fantasy football tag team. And unfortunately, somebody we are having issues actually doing the draft. So
mother says when you're gonna live your life right. I'm gonna get when like a fortunate ones, and girls they wanna have fun. All girls just wanna have fun. Sorry. Who's all out there? Who's all watching this? Yeah, one viewer. Make a request.
and I know Massey's been to a lot of concerts, so if that's the best live performance he's ever had, then there you go. It's got to be.
What's the best live concert you've ever witnessed? He said.
Oh, what's the best live? Okay, I thought he was telling me that was the best live performance.
No.
Joe, you've been to more concerts. Most of mine are metal stuff. Um, what's your favorite concert you've been to? You've been to more than I have.
Probably the one that I remember most. Oh man, I say probably Clutch. Uh, the 90 Watt Club in Athens, Georgia.
I have two. One with Joe because it was our first trip we ever took together to Carborough, and we was gonna go see a band called Demon Hunter, and we loved that band. And it's the first time they don't go on tour very often. They're from Seattle, and so they have a very lucrative, um, uh, what do they call it?
Schedule.
No, they do album artwork and stuff, and I can't remember the technical name for it, but so they do like digital art for albums and stuff. They're very good at it, so they don't necessarily need a tour anymore. So they came over to the East Coast for the first time that we since we listened to them. I think maybe the first time in like years that they had done it. So we went all the way down to Carborough, and we get down there, and the lead singer is uh, basically has laryngitis. He's sick. He can't do it. But we saw a bunch of really cool bands there. We saw Living Sacrifice, Oh Sleeper, Advent was really cool. So it ended up being a really cool concert and a really cool experience.
And we actually got to see the dude from As I Lay Dying before he went crazy.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, we did. He came on with Oh Sleeper. So that was pretty cool. But the other one, just because we thought we was gonna have a terrible time, but we ended up having a really cool time because it was just a hardcore show, which was cool. The other one was we go to a music festival called Ichthus, and there's a band called Project 86, kind of like an alt rock band. And the lead singer basically spent the whole time um, leaning on my best one of my best friends Jared's shoulders and pretty much putting the mic in my face the whole time, which is pretty awesome. Andrew Schwab is the lead singer, so very cool.
Chip, like our cousins.
Well, yeah, no. Here's a story. Same guy, same lead singer, same band. Went to put the mic in my cousin Brent's face, popped him in the tooth, and chipped it with the mic. So that was pretty cool. It's cool. Obviously not cool. He chipped his tooth, but pretty good. So okay, so we should be live here in a minute. Once I get my email pulled up here,
I think another one we went to Ichthus was Hardcore Night. Got to see like Handshake Murderers and stuff.
Whatever happened to I keep bouncing my mouse here, maybe I'll find it. Whatever happened to them?
I don't know. I missed it. If somebody wouldn't have exploded the XL7, all my concert tickets were on, or my concert stickers that I've been to on the back windshield.
I do not know what you're talking about, sir.
Alex, what's going on, buddy? Doing some live football draft.
So we may actually be fixed right now. Actually, I texted our buddy Abe because he's actually there live. And
might be getting fixed. Oh,
all right, are
oh,
we up?
oh,
Oh,
yeah.
we're up. We are ready to
We got
go.
6 seconds to draft.
Guess that's the guy I want.
Yeah, I think it drafted him for us.
Okay.
I think.
Okay, now picking. Yeah, we're picking now. So let's
Draft
see.
player over there. You got Antonio Brown. Draft player.
Where at?
You see where it says Antonio Brown?
Oh, okay, got you. There we go.
Let's see.
Oh yeah.
Can we put it on the big screen now?
Yeah, we can put it on the big screen now. There we go. Look at this, beautiful.
Maybe my pointing would have been more recognized if it was on the big screen. Tell Jess I say hi.
So thank everybody for hanging out with us. Not gonna promise this is gonna be the most entertaining live feed ever, but if you have any questions, great question by Massey as he asked what was our best concert that we ever been to. But we drafted Antonio Brown first. So we drafted him first. As it looks like, let's see, let's go to
And Odell Beckham Jr. has gone second.
so wide receiver heavy here. Cam Newton was third.
Oh man, that's a little early.
Let's see what. So our plan with this draft.
Don't tell anybody our plan. Just kidding.
Plan with this draft is we are going to probably go wide receiver heavy. We talked about it a little bit before. We've read some stuff, and we decided to go wide receiver heavy. So that's probably what we're going to do.
Love you too, Jeff Mead.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Buddy Jeremy's here. Alex, thank you for tuning in. Casey and Trey is here, and I think Reed is here as well. If you have any questions for us, we'll be talking about geeky stuff and whatever. So we'll be more than happy to talk about cool stuff with you.
Maybe even sing some karaoke. Uh-oh. Who?
Mark Jones!
Who?
Mark Jones!
Hey, Casey! Goose!
What up, Goose? Goose is happy, man. He's got a big win for Ohio State today. They took it out. Who they play today? I can't remember.
Somebody that they should have beat pretty heavily.
Pull up some college football scores, Joe. We'll talk some college football while we're sitting here as well. Guys, if you have any questions, please drop that. So far, Mark Jones, I got some really cool old school Power Ranger toys today. $2 a piece, 1993, $6. Did come with the gun though, and the first person I thought about when I picked them up was you. Mark is a huge Bowling Green. Okay, Mark is a huge Power Ranger fan. Not just the old school, but you're talking about Dino Force and Samurai Force and Janitor Force and Race Car Driver Force and Chef Force, whatever. He's a Power Ranger guy, so I was pretty stoked to get those. It was awesome, like $2 a piece. Those things usually go for like 10 or 15 a piece. So didn't have the gun though. I'm gonna have to try to get on eBay and order some guns for it. But
all right, here's some football scores. UMass 7, Florida 7.
Who?
In the second.
7-7 Florida.
7-7
Florida
UMass. Yeah.
That Florida offense. All right, so the draft's been paused, so somebody's having some issues here. Or for the course here for this draft. So let's see. Let's go over a draft right quick. So we've got 10 teams in this draft. We drafted Antonio Brown first because we're smart. Odell Beckham went second. Cam Newton went third. Todd Gurley fourth. Russell Wilson fifth. Adrian Peterson sixth, and David Johnson from Arizona 7. So
the fact that 2 quarterbacks that came out in the first round is a reach.
Mark, I haven't read DC in a long time, so I've been keeping up with Rebirth. I'll probably pick up some trades of it because it sounds pretty cool. I'm actually pretty stoked to see Superman's son as far as like in canon. And I did read on comic book resources they're going to do a Batman and Robin, or Batman and Damian, which is Batman's son, which you probably know that. And then Superman's son and Clark is going to do a team up. So that's probably a trade I'll probably pick up. But other than that, I don't know. To be quite honest, I haven't. I've been doing more Marvel stuff. I went back and caught up on the Secret War stuff, which is really good. If you want to go all the way back to Jonathan Hickman's Fantastic Four run and read all the Avenger stuff and the new Avenger stuff and see how it ties in, really cool stuff. But I really enjoyed Secret War, and that's what I was into for a while. But I haven't really picked up any Rebirth stuff. So been keeping up with it, just haven't picked anything up yet. Great question, by the way.
So more football. USC has a 3-point lead on Alabama.
Oh, was it 3-0 or 7-10-7?
3-0.
3-0. USC over Alabama.
This is the first time any Alabama players, I won't say that.
Let's go back to that Florida game for a second. Florida and UMass. Florida's got a great defense because Will Muschamp drafted, or not drafted, but recruited a whole defense that was really good and really stack on stack. Offensively, Florida's going to struggle again this year. They ain't got much. They got Antonio Callaway and an unproven quarterback. Really shaky offensive line. I think they had like one starter come back and end up getting hurt or something. So it's going to be interesting. So
here's a good score. UGA, University of Georgia, and University of North Carolina. UNC up 24-23. 10:56 left in the fourth.
So let's talk about the SEC for a second because they've struggled a little bit today. Of course, our Vols struggle against, I think, a better Appalachian State team than what people gave it credit for. If you look at the overall rankings, they're ranked ahead of a lot of the SEC teams and ACC teams in that back, minus the top 25, obviously, but out of the top 25, pretty good football team. Had a scare, won in overtime 2013. That's why I have a hoarse voice right now because I was screaming at the TV. Because what people don't know is that coaches can hear you when you scream at the TV. Just remember that, kids. But yeah, so we got to win. It was ugly, but we got to win. LSU got beat by Wisconsin today, 16-14. Even though Leonard Fournette had a pretty good football game, and they had two. They was down 13-0. Had two. They had a pick six, and then the same guy got a fumble the next time, and set up another score. So it was.
Oregon has allowed UC Davis to score 28 points on them.
What's how many they scored?
53-28.
Okay, well, that makes it better. So Georgia's losing to North Carolina. Alabama early at this point.
Alabama losing 3-0.
Yeah, Alabama losing 3-0, and yeah, exactly. Let's see. Actually, they're not in the MAC. Is that what in the MAC?
Oh,
I thought they were in the Sun Belt. Sun Belt. And last time somebody else from the Sun Belt was it Alabama. South Alabama beat Mississippi State today, so a tough SEC day. As that was a shocker. Now, obviously, Mississippi State ain't ranked, but definitely should have won.
Unranked Wisconsin team just beat LSU 16-14.
Yeah, talked about that. And I had no problem, Goose. Man, you good. Everybody gonna make mistakes. But yeah, so the Wisconsin one's not a huge. I mean, Wisconsin usually playing a pretty tough football team. So them beating LSU, it's a Big Ten team beating an SEC team. So that doesn't necessarily. It was a great game. It was a really good game defensively. LSU's gonna be tough to beat defensively. LSU has the same issue we do. We have a good defense, good athletes, good speed on defense, but our offense just isn't going to score much. At least for the first game. So we see how they work out the kinks. But yeah, it was a good football game. Good defensive football game. Both those teams are always known for their good defenses. So
Fournette had 23 carries, 138 yards, no touchdown.
For a while there, I think in the first half he only had like 39 yards rushing. He didn't have much at all, and he just busted out through the. Actually, he didn't get the carries, from what I understand. He didn't get a lot of carries in the first half, so I don't know how you don't get, Leonard Fournette carries. So I do agree there was some bad play calling on both sides, Goose. I'm not sold on Cam Cameron. I'm just not sold. I wasn't sold on one of the pros. I'm really not. He's supposed to be some kind of quarterback guru, and he just isn't. LSU's had quarterback issues since Mettenberger left, so I don't know how he's going to turn Harris into a good passer, but we'll see. Yeah, it's criminal to give Fournette only 7 carries in the first half. Second, he got most of the yards in the second half. I bet he got he really had some good carries. He had one long carry to set up a score, but yeah, just he had an awesome wheel route, just a beautiful wheel route that really got him going as well. So that guy's probably the best player in the nation right now, as far as what I'm concerned. That kid just does everything. He's 100% of LSU's offense. Like he is 100%. So
Future Heisman winner Nick Chubb has 31 carries, 167 yards, and a touchdown in this game. That's coming off a horrible knee injury.
terrible knee injury against us, and Georgia still blames us for that, but it wasn't a dirty hit. So
Let's see. So here, if we want to talk future, Ohio State put up 77 points, and Michigan put up 63 points. Talk about a game when they played each other.
who's that?
Michigan put up 63 on Hawaii, and Ohio State put up 77 on Bowling Green.
Goose is a Ohio State fan. Goose, how do you feel about Michigan this year? Obviously, good. Harbaugh has lost his mind. More just he's a cartoon character at this point. Obviously, you hate Michigan, but you think it's all hype in Ann Arbor, or do you really think that they're gonna push you guys for that Big Ten title? What's the answers here?
Somebody on YouTube says, "Hey,
Oh, hey, Carson Plays. Hey, man, what's up? Thanks for joining us. If you have any questions, if you're on YouTube right now and you have any questions, just drop a question just like we are up here in Facebook Live here, and we will answer it. So we'll be watching both of them here. All right, so round out the first round, actually, Ezekiel Elliott went, and then Jordy Nelson. So first round went, we got Antonio Brown, Odell Beckham Jr., Cam Newton, Todd Gurley, and these are moving fast now. So both Devontae and DeAndre Hopkins are gone. So we're wide receivers dropping fast. So we'll see who we got left here. It is good for the rivalry because you guys whooped them the last, 4 or 5 years? Haven't really been much of a football game. What if I'm not mistaken, everybody's first year, it was pretty close, right? If I'm not no, it wasn't close. There was a close game in there somewhere. Oh, I think it was the first year Urban was there. You guys have pretty much owned that series. So it's good. I mean, that's always a premier rivalry, and it's always fun to watch. Really, the only time I watch the Big Ten every year because I'm a big fan of Big Ten football. But yeah, Michigan and 9 out of the last 11. Yeah, I knew it was a lot.
Did we really sneak and get Dez Bryant this round?
Yeah, man. I mean, Dez is still on the board. I love Amari Cooper. He's still on the board. Brandon Marshall's still on the board. AJ Green's still on the board. AJ's hurt.
If Dez is on the board this pick,
oh, we're definitely getting Dez. Yeah.
And then we'll turn around and get Amari Cooper.
That's
3 solid
receivers. If we get there. Check on the AJ Green, Joe. See if he's hurt. I know he went out with what looked like an apparent knee injury. A lot of guys on the board I'm not completely agreeing with at this point. Lamar Miller going in the second round.
Cam Newton and Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, we had 3 quarterbacks in the first round. So Aaron Rodgers, which I think is a first round guy. Russell Wilson and
first round pick.
Who was the other one that was chosen? Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers and Cam Newton.
And who that just went
in the second round? Which again, hey, come on, man, quarterbacks are deep. So we're checking AJ Green because AJ Green had a great year last year. I think he's probably going to have a little bit better of a year this year. Dez Bryant is off the board, so there goes our guy. So we're going to check AJ Green. I do like Eli a lot, just not in the first 2 rounds. I think you could probably get Eli 6th or 7th and be a good one. I think him and just having Odell Beckham on the team makes him a good option. So.
And Sterling Shepard's supposed to break out here. AJ Green is said to have he banged knees with Jaguars cornerback Devin House on Sunday night preseason game. I'm found now he added the injury originally looked like an ankle tweak. Sounds like Green escaped with a knee bruise. The Bangers are counting on Green as much as ever this season after losing both Jones and Mohamed Sanu.
So we'll probably go. I mean, if he's still on the board, I like AJ a lot. AJ's a great, of course, he killed us against Georgia for years. He's just a prime-time player. So luckily, he'll be fine. But, we'll see. Again, it's been a little bit of a weird pick. I mean, a lot of quarterbacks in the first round. Gronkowski just went, which was someone that we had targeted.
We lose now.
Joe's had Rob Gronkowski since he's been in the league, I think. He's always picked Rob. So we'll see what we got here. But I think running backs, I don't know. This is a passing league now. I don't know how running backs are, but But we aren't watching the game. But USC, I'll tell you what, man, USC is a better football team than what they give them credit for. Whoa. So Ben Roethlisberger just went in the second round. Um,
My God.
who picked him? Let's see
I mean,
who.
just to put it in perspective, these are people in my work league that I do with AT&T. Uh, Cam Newton didn't go until the fifth round in one of them. Aaron Rodgers went like the seventh, and Ben Roethlisberger went in the 12th round. So
I mean, usually for a long time, man, you just didn't choose wide receivers, let alone first, let alone the first round a lot of times. But it's different, man. I think that as far as the passing league and
it
everything,
should
that's
be
that's kind of
next.
again. So we're up next. Actually, we get back to back picks. So we got the first pick, and then we'll have the 20th and 21st pick. Um, we've got still a lot of good wide receivers on the board. So let's see, Derek Carr. Okay, a little bit
This is
early on
our
that,
pick. This
but
is our
yeah. So
pick.
this is our pick. So we're gonna go, Joe. Let's see who we got
We
here.
got AJ Green.
We got AJ Green, Allen Robinson, Brandon Marshall, Alshon, Mike Evans. So I think we want to go with Green, correct? So we'll go here, and we will draft player. Then we get back to back picks. So I think we was going to go with.
Do you want Cooper,
Um,
or do you want to go with my man Brandon
you think
Marshall?
we can get Marshall on the way back?
I think so.
Okay, so
Oh,
we'll go. I think Cooper's going to have a ridiculously good year again.
yeah.
So we're going to draft. All right. So we just drafted. So we drafted, like we said, wide receiver heavy here.
Skill
Antonio
position
Brown.
heavy.
Oh yeah, skill position heavy. Antonio Brown, AJ Green, and Amari Cooper on it. So Cruz is if he can come back, and he obviously I don't think he played all last year. He played all last year, but Cruz is one of those guys. He's sneaky good. He could I could see him become a big time kind of Wes Welker type guy.
He'll be third. Probably the third pick or third selection in his rotation
Yeah,
because Sterling Shepard's going to be a good one. And then, of course, you still got the big tight end, Larry Darnell. So,
yeah. Beckham gets a lot of attention, and I think he obviously because he scores touchdowns like he almost scores a touchdown a week at this point. What do you have like 14 touchdowns last year or something?
mm-hmm.
So he almost scores a touchdown a week. So yeah, I agree. I think that Cruz is going to be one of those guys that if he can stay healthy, and he really comes back from injury. I think I agree, Goose. I think he's going to be a great pick. So we've got so we took AJ Green, Amari Cooper before that, Derek Carr, Ben Roethlisberger, Rob Gronkowski, Des Bryant, Drew Brees, Lamar Miller, DeAndre Hopkins, Devontae Freeman, Jordy Nelson, and Ezekiel Elliott.
That's not who we got. That's just the picks.
Yeah, that's just a pick. So we actually our team looks like Antonio Brown with the first pick, AJ Green, and Amari Cooper
In the
on those
flex.
picks. So Le'Veon Bell just went at pick number 22. That's one of Joe's guys. All Joe's guys are going away.
Yeah, but I still feel like that's a reach in the third round. He's not going to be able to play for 4 games.
It
Um,
is a reach, and here's the thing in fantasy football. I think people get so focused on one player that they get scared, and instead of being like, okay, well, this guy usually goes in the third. Just because a guy that you want gets picked, it doesn't break your team. You got to move on and try to find somebody else. Joe, am I right?
yep.
So I think that don't get focused on one guy. Like I really wanted, I really wanted Gronkowski.
Yeah.
We really wanted Dez, but they're gone. So we have to look at the best of their guys
I think
on the board.
Gurley went like third.
Yeah, Gurley went actually fourth, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Who was
Um,
who? It was Brown, Beckham, Cam, and I think Gurley. Yep.
be right back. Our pizza's here.
Pizza. Hey man, you got to play the waiver. That's something that I've learned how to do in past years, playing the waiver wire. And if you're not winning a league, you have to learn how to play the waiver wire and get locked up on some trades. The 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 position that we have, or the thoughts that we have, is play skill position heavy, and have trade bait later in the year when people go down. So just because we need something, we'll be able to have trade bait. Um, so it's a good skill position heavy is a good way to go. That's how I've won both of my fantasy football championships that I've won. here's the pizza. Provided by Dough Makers in Norton, Virginia.
Yeah, go check out Dough Makers. So, yeah, possibly. Yeah, but just to talk about what Joe just talked about, yeah, most definitely. Waiver wire is huge, man. I mean, I started out, I think 1-3 or 0-4 last year in this league, and you know, I had some injuries. Alshon Jeffrey really hurt me last year because he was my third wide out, and I had him and Beckham and Antonio Brown last year, and Alshon really hurt me. But you got to play the wire. Picked up the West kid, picked up the Langford from Chicago, and really I ended up winning. I think I was 8-8, so I came back really hard. Didn't make the playoffs, but was still there. You just gotta You're right, Goose. You know your team isn't complete just because of the draft. You got to continue to get up and look at who's out there and go pick up those guys.
The year that I won this league, I actually picked up Beckham and then dropped Beckham and then ended up picking him up again. And that was his first year. That was like the big breakout season he had. So kind of got lucky. Give me a piece. Thank you, brother man. Heart attack pizza. Holden. Eddie Lacy. Man, somebody drafted Brandon Marshall. That's all right. Allen Robinson just got off the board. Somebody drafted Mike Evans this early too.
I think Mike Evans is going to have a really, really good year.
I know, but
a little bit early, but yeah, it is, isn't it, man? That's probably one of my favorite shelves. Actually, Joe, my mom found that shelf, and it fits Super Nintendo games. It doesn't fit Nintendo games perfectly, but Super Nintendo games fit perfectly. And that's probably my most proudest, I guess you could say.
Breaking the English.
I am breaking English. I'm killing my grammar. But I'm probably the most proud of that setup as far as my collection. I love my Super Nintendo collection. I just like it. All those games are worth a lot more than what I paid for them. I think that's probably why, because Super Nintendo is going bonkers right now in price. So.
Barslam, Landry. Hey, do me a favor. Move that microphone a little bit.
This one?
Yeah. Sorry for me to see the board. Sweet. Thank you.
Okay. So, y'all think probably running back this time? You want to look at quarterbacks, or we're heading into the third round?
We're still looking at quarterback in the fifth.
Okay. So let's take a look at some running
Actually,
backs.
we can probably look at a quarterback in the seventh because there's already the elite quarterbacks already off the board. All but I think Andrew Luck, and Andrew Luck can be elite, but he can also not be elite. Or how that offensive line is.
So, what do you think about these new helmets? Which helmets are you? I didn't see any brand new helmets. Which ones are we talking about? Do you know which ones? Okay.
Not that I've seen.
Yeah, the games I've watched was I haven't watched a ton of games today, so watched LSU A&M, LSU. I'm sorry, not LSU. UCLA A&M, LSU, Wisconsin, and a little bit of Mississippi State, South Alabama, and that's about it. So,
let's see. So we got 6 picks in front of us. Got the floating piece on the forehead.
I haven't noticed anything. So, but I'm like, I don't notice stuff like that. So. I do like that. I love Jarvis Landry, by the way. I had him last year as my third wide out. When Alshon went down, he's a beast. Must be something LSU's water with wide receivers lately.
Except for the rainbow.
Yeah, except for Dwayne Butler. What guy that should have been a can't miss?
Man, somebody,
Is he still back for the Browns?
no, yeah. So we picked up Brady in the fourth. No, Michael Thomas is gonna have should have a breakout year this year.
This kid from St. Louis or New Orleans,
Yeah.
Ohio State guy, Goose.
Mark Ingram. If we go, maybe go back to back running backs. If we can make it. But we won't see who yet.
I see a couple guys. I don't know if they'll make it to us or not, but we've got
4 picks in front
Can
of
I just say I love Carlos Hyde in that offense and Kelly's offense. I mean, he was good last year. They were terrible.
Yeah.
And I will say this too. I like Blaine Gabbert in that offense.
Mm-hmm.
I know it sounds terrible. He was Blaine Gabbert, but very similar type of offense he ran at Missouri. Up tempo, short passes.
Like, I know this is gonna be crazy, but Sam Bradford just went to the Vikings on the trade. You got Norv Turner up there. You have Adrian Peterson. You have a decent offensive line. You have Stephen Diggs, who broke out last season.
Mm-hmm.
You have Kyle Randolph, the tight end. And then you draft a player like Treadwell. And then you have a very good defense. Sam Bradford might actually have a decent fantasy year this year if he can stay healthy. I don't look for him to start week one. Just because
Who's their backup?
that's why they got him.
They still have that. Is that Webb kid still their backup?
No, you got Sean Hill.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Sean Hill will start the season week one. Because Sam Bradford's not going to learn that playbook in a week.
Nope.
But I think Norv Turner's going to have a very good offense set up for him. I think Bradford has the same type of arm that like a Troy Aikman had when Norv was with him. And I think it's going to be dependent on little dink and dunk passes, and you get Peterson going because they can't play 8 in the box.
Right.
And then when Peterson gets going, just start taking long shots. And Norv Turner already compared Treadwell to Michael Irvin this early. So
I like Treadwell a lot. I think as far as like a late pick, I think he's definitely one, especially in a keeper league. Like if you can get him late, keep him. I think he'd be a great keeper league.
oh my, Jordan Reed, that's a good pick, I guess. He should have a breakout. He should have a good season this year.
Let's see here. So we are up next. So we've got some really good running backs still on the board.
I was gonna say
I really like Jamal Charles.
I was gonna say we can go back to back Jamal Charles and then get
What Latavius Murray?
Latavius Murray.
You like Latavius Murray?
Yes, Latavius Murray has the easiest first four games for a running back this year.
And he has a really good offensive line, man.
So
the Raiders went out and got some hog mollies.
So I like if we can get if for some reason nobody gets him.
That's
PPR.
point per reception, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, PPR. This is PPR.
So right now, just to let you know, Ryan, our team consists of Antonio Brown, AJ Green, and Amari Cooper. So we're good on the PPR standpoint.
Yeah, and that's why I think if he passes us here, which I think he probably will get to us at this point. I love Jamal Charles. I do, and I think we'll probably get him.
Charles is here, and then Latavius Murray, back-to-back running backs, great pickups, 2-back league. Get up there. Yeah, we're good rat out wise. We'll probably get some more. I've got some good sleepers up my sleeve. that I picked in later rounds in my point per reception leagues that I play in. Um, so we'll see what we can get.
Yeah, so we're kind of waiting on quarterback. I think that tends to be the what we've talked about because all the elite guys are gone. I don't, at this point you're picking up guys that's just going to start every week and get you some solid points. But I like what we got so far: Jamar Charles, Latavius Murray at our running back positions, Antonio Brown at wide receiver, AJ Green at wide receiver, and Mark Cooper at wide receiver.
Who just picked
Um,
Kirk Cousins in the fifth round?
so Kirk Cousins just went. Thomas Rawls, which I think I'm just not so sure on Thomas Rawls. He had a really good year last year once Lynch went down, but I'm not sold on him. I think he's a lot like C.J. Anderson was last year. We actually had a guy took C.J. Anderson in the first round, and I'm just not sold, man. I think you can get younger guys that can prove themselves, and C.J. just hadn't done it long enough to be able to be financially viable or
So
fantasy
back
viable.
picks, quarterbacks, Cousins and Luck in the fifth.
Luck's offensive line is still terrible, like absolutely terrible. Like
There's,
the Colts should be ashamed of themselves for not putting an offensive line better.
the sad thing is there's
Luck.
still skill position players that you can load up on your bench and not pick a quarterback until mid seventh, right around seventh, eighth round. You'll still be good. Bortles, Rivers, Stanford late. Um, Carr is another good one.
Carr's a good one, which was taken really early in
Um,
ours.
I mean, you're looking at people. If you want to go later, Bradford would be a good one. And of course, he's not going to start week one, I don't think. Um, Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston's good. Mariota was very fantasy viable.
We're going on a quarterback run. Eli Manning just went. Oh, and we got a running back.
Yeah, did somebody take Brady already?
Brady went in the fourth. Le'Veon Bell went in the third. Which, I mean, they're not too bad for reaches as long as you get players that you can play in that position until they're back. So by taking Brady in the fourth, you have to draft two more quarterbacks in this league because he's not going to be able to play.
Right.
So, and there's enough running back talent wise that you'll be fine drafting Le'Veon Bell that early.
So thank you for everybody that's watching and have kind of poked in here on and off. We're all on YouTube as well. So nobody's really watching on YouTube, but we like to do stuff on YouTube. First time with Facebook video. We're liking it. I like it a lot. Doing a live stream here. But we appreciate everybody throwing out questions. Jeremy Massey joined us for a little bit, starting off. We've got Goose's. I don't know if he's still on, but he stayed on for a while. There he is. But we have our friend Ryan here. Best guy, best GameStop manager ever. Ryan, we love that. We love that guy. And yeah, so thanks for tuning in. And continue to watch here. We are in. I don't even know what round we're in. Sixth round. Moving along quite nicely here. So far, we've got Jamal Charles, Latavius Murray, Antonio Brown, AJ Green, and Amari Cooper. So wide receiver heavy. And there's still actually, I haven't even looked at wide receivers, but I would say there's still some really good wide receivers on the board.
Mm-hmm. The thing is about wide receivers in this league, depth. I mean, you got time. As long as Drew Brees is healthy, you got three good receivers down there that you could pick that could potentially have some pretty good points per league. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know if he's still on the board or not. I hadn't seen him coming. By the way, Blake Bortles just went the fifth or the sixth. I mean,
picked that kid up off waivers last year. He was amazing last year.
That's still a good eighth and ninth pick. Sleeper pick for a running back. TJ Yeldon just went in the sixth. That's a pretty good pickup, but you still have some pretty good running backs out there.
Goose, how long did he say? Dude, I love Langford. Picked him up last year, and he did me so good last year. I picked him up around week 6 or 7, and he did great. Just a hard. Now he's got the other kid too behind him, and I can't remember his name, but Langford was the one that got me a ton of points last year off the waiver wire. Goose, how long did you hear that he was going to be out? Because I haven't seen that today. But yeah, Ryan, I love Langford, man. I think Langford's great, and obviously going to get a lot more carries out before Tay's gone. I actually like Jay Cutler. I still think Jay Cutler in that offense is still really good. They actually bring the kid they drafted, the other wide receiver they drafted from West Virginia is back. You got Alshon, which I hope I hope is healthy this year.
Um,
I think he is most definitely. I think he's a workhorse. He can catch the ball. He can block well. I think people. The one thing that keeps so many great young running backs off the field is they can't pass block. But Langford is a great pass blocker. So I think he'll get a lot of snaps. I totally agree. So he's going to be out 6 games? Goose, I think is right.
6.
6 because he's out 4 now, or is it 3? It got reduced to 3, right?
We can get Langford. I think we could probably pick up Langford here. It might be too early. Then this is 6th. Look at the quarterbacks. I think the one we really wanted off the board, and the one that we said we might pick later. Yeah, he's off the board. So we don't worry about quarterback this round or next round. We can pick up a good late quarterback.
We're going to have disagreement here.
Uh,
Because I like the guy I got highlighted right now in this round. A lot of people have him as a top 5 quarterback.
Oh, okay. You don't have him highlighted. You have the mouse.
Oh, I got the mouse on. I'm sorry.
Well, we do have back-to-back picks.
So we can look. I mean, I like to get a quarterback now because there's still a lot of really good quarterbacks, and there's 2 of them we've talked about still on the board.
Look up receivers. All right, let's go quarterback. The one that you had pointed. Three now.
Goose, they say why? Because didn't he just get it reduced? Ryan Matthews.
Well, Matt Forte too.
Well, Matt Forte's fine, but Ryan Matthews, where's he playing now? Is he still with Philly?
Mm-hmm. Speaking of Philly,
I don't know if I'd choose a Philly player.
If we can get him in the late with the change of regime in Philly, Darren Sproles is not having a good year.
Probably
he didn't fit in.
Oh, it's 3 total. Okay, I knew it had got reduced from 5 to 3. Was it, or 4 to 3? Maybe it's 4 to 3.
But look at running backs too. Look at running backs because I think we'll be safe on our quarterback this round.
So we still got a lot of. Do you want to think we should go
that
Langford?
One that you're on
before Langford?
If Langford
we're up. Okay, so we won't.
Go ahead. Let's draft Tyrod.
So we just drafted Tyrod Taylor. Really like him this year.
Now
in the 7th. I'm sorry, 6th. Bottom 6th.
Do we want to go running back again?
Well, let's look at wide receivers.
Or at the point per reception league. And we got the reception king still on the board right there, first receiver.
Yeah.
He gets a lot of receptions. A lot of receptions. Tight end.
I love that pick. Maybe later on. I think he has a big year this year there.
Well, that's too early to draft.
Yeah, I'm not going to draft him now. I said later.
We got 45 seconds. You want the running back or receiver? You think we can wait on the receiver that we had?
I
think so. And
you think so? So who we got here? So we go here, or there. I like Mel. I like him, but I like him better.
Let's go to Langford. Okay. In the top of the 7th, then we got the steal. I think he's gonna be really good.
So just took Jeremy Langford, the Trons guy. I really like Langford. I think Langford's a lot of guys. I love Matthew Barron. Really, the only guy that I read. Because I tend to agree with him the majority of the time. He has Langford outscoring Forte this year by a bunch. Because I just don't like that Forte in that offense. So, yeah, same here. I mean, Goose, I know Tyrod has had some injury issues. I love Tyrod Taylor. I think that, as far as I'm not a huge Tech fan, but he's one of the guys that he can throw, he can run. Buffalo really doesn't have much besides Sammy Watkins. What do they have? What's his face? Running back. They traded his backup, which stole a lot of carries last year. So I think he'll have a better year than what he did last year. So if you're just tuning in here, our team, we just took Tyrod Taylor with our sixth pick, bottom of the sixth. Our seventh pick, we took Jeremy Langford, running back from the Bears.
The Bears.
Our first pick was none other than Antonio Brown. We picked up AJ Green next, and then Amari Cooper, and then we took back-to-back running backs Jamar Charles and Latavius Murray.
No, not a cannon. He's got 12 games.
Yeah, man, Tyrod Taylor does have a cannon. Like he just
look at what he says. Got a
oh
cannon
yeah,
back
yeah, that's right. The kid from Ohio State,
Mm-hmm.
Cordell Jones. He does have, and I think at some point, I haven't seen Jones play in the preseason, so I'm not exactly for sure how he's played. I know he's got a heck of a cannon, but sometimes that cannon gets him in trouble. So it'd be interesting. I think they want Jones to be the guy, but Tyrod wins, man. I mean, he had a really good year last year. He can throw the football, and he has a good arm too. So he can definitely go.
But our receivers off the board, and Jeremy Maclin.
Yeah, Jeremy Maclin's off the board. We really like Phillip Rivers too. Golden Tate's a little behind Detroit without Calvin Johnson. Do you think he has? I know Stafford's going to throw the ball a lot, but
there's a kid that they have now that kind of broke out late last season. I can't think of his name. Williams, maybe? What's his last name? That says it's going to take a lot of the defensive pressure off of Golden Tate. Golden Tate's going to have a good year this year. I just think if you're going to draft a Notre Dame receiver, Fuller is the one to draft.
Yeah, Clay had a terrible season last year if they paid so much money for him. But he tends to be one of those guys. He's not very consistent as far as everywhere he's went. I like it. I do like him in that offense. I think he's fine in that offense. I don't know. Tight end, once you get past those elite tight ends, which there aren't too many out there. There's some. I still like Kelsey. I think Kelsey's a good pick. But yeah, see, Tyrod's the guy. I mean, as far as, and there was rumors in the offseason that he was going to be traded a lot to Denver. Denver was hot after him.
Stafford went off the board in the 7th. Jeez. Of course, I'm a huge Matthew Stafford fan. I think he's a good quarterback. We'll see how just of a good quarterback he really is without Calvin Johnson. But let's see.
Talk about a guy with a gun, though.
Mm-hmm.
You got some in your beard there.
I'm keeping it
for later.
So McElroy just went. Jeremy Hill, Stafford, Macklin, Decker, Phillip Rivers, Tate, Fitzgerald, Langford was our pick, and then Taylor was our pick. Meat lovers from Dough Slingers in Norton. Pretty good. First time I've had it. John Brown, man.
Yeah, I actually wanted John Brown. That's a good pick. I like John Brown a lot.
Man, he could maybe have got him in the later round now. I know it's the 7th. I say that, but there's still some good mid-round talent on the board that you could have gotten. You still have a touchdown pop from Chris Avery, which is not a mid-round pick, but I mean Melvin Gordon is still on the board. That would be a good mid-round pick.
Mm-hmm.
Zach Ertz just went. Still too. It's too early to draft the tight end yet. I'll be fine sleeping on the tight end for a while. Because my boys probably still won't be there till later on. Both my tight ends will probably be there till later on. Look at receivers. We can wait on another quarterback. Let's check in on some scores. By
him. Or him.
Which one?
One I got the bounce
Click
on.
click on them so I can see. Yeah, big decent pickup this round. Just go down. Nope, nope. Go down 3. Sorry, 2. Up 1. That one would probably be a good pickup.
Later.
Yeah, and then the one below him would be a good pickup. No.
No. Not
Fitzgerald
this
may
year.
be the number 4 guy on offense now behind Johnson. Yes. Click see more.
I can't. Cause that's not on my. It's on my phone.
Oh.
So I think. I mean, I think as far as I like this pick. I have no clue why he's ahead of him as far as potential, but
Because he's the guy.
that's
Well,
all
both
right.
of them the guy. I like that pick below him.
Mm.
I think with that certain quarterback that we talked about leading the way, you could potentially see that. Yes. UGA 33, UNC 24. We need that win in the SEC.
Me? Yeah, I've been lifting this fork.
Been lifting.
We're we're just big bone goose. That's all it is. Big boned.
I think this Facebook Live video makes us look very, very fit.
Yeah, it's all about the angles, all about the shadows and the angles.
Joe Flacco. Good Lord. Joe Flacco is a free agent in all my leagues I'm in right now. Just went in the 7th. Man, or just the 8th.
This is the
This
seventh.
is the 8th.
Oh, eight. No.
Man, that's a reach for old Flacco.
Cornelius Flacco shows up.
Yes, pizza. Been lifting that pizza.
There's a lot of, hamburger and ham
Yeah,
and
it is
bacon.
a very heavy pizza.
Very heavy pizza.
These plates.
I'm very fatigued.
I mean, I don't know. Here, I'll put this in. This plate is very heavy.
Very heavy
too.
plate. I mean, we're getting a workout most
I
definitely.
mean, this is a Pioneer Woman plate, I think. And I mean, it's pretty hefty. I mean, I think I just sprained my wrist lifting it with one hand. Oh, look at the 75th pick. Ah,
Goosey's feast or famine, man. I mean, there's some times where he just goes completely crazy, and then there's other times I think he forgets how to play football.
he's only got one receiver now too.
That's true. He doesn't have many weapons. They got the kid from UCF back that they drafted last year that was hurt pretty much all year. Perriman.
Mm-hmm.
And you got Steve Smith, who's how old is Steve Smith? No,
You got Steve Smith, but he's coming back from an Achilles tear.
that's true.
But Steve Smith is just not enough to
Who took a
to
kicker?
come back. And not just any kicker, but Dan Bailey went before Steven Grotowski, or however you say his name. In the 7th round. I hope that's somebody like auto pick, because if it's not. So the pick that we was on pick next is off the board. He's gonna go with Kelvin Benjamin. Think he might have a good year. Old goose. But he's off the board. We still have a. Well, no, we don't have. Well, we could have a. Let's see, 7 pick.
Yeah, of all the people that could come back from torn Achilles at what is he, 38 now?
Like I said, he's just gangster enough to make it happen.
Well, I think he's a Terminator.
He's not. Kobe Bryant wasn't as hard as Steve Smith, so Steve Smith could make the Achilles work. Derrick Henry is off the board, which
What do you think about Justin Forsett being released today?
ooh, yeah,
He didn't make the cut. So that leaves the Ravens with the kid they picked up from Cleveland. And used to play for Georgia.
Yeah, I can't think of his name right now, top of my head.
And so we want to go with Gordon.
Do you want to go?
Oh, we got 2 back-to-back picks. We're gonna get whoever won at this point. Those Georgia running backs, man.
I really think Duke will have a good year this year, and I really think Melvin will have a good year. So whichever one you want to pick.
Well, who else does Duke have in front of him?
Nobody. He's the man.
They traded it by, right?
He was the man last year.
Okay. So we'll go Melvin Gordon.
Look at receivers.
Then we'll take a look at receivers. Let's see. Alan Hearns is still up there. Matthews? We talked about Matthews. You have a little bit.
You know, the one person that's on the board that had more catches, but no, never mind. We already have a player from his team, a receiver from his team, so we don't need him. It's early still, but number 96 down there, receiver.
Yeah, because he's going to play, right?
After 4 games, yes. Bro, I thought you just drafted him.
No.
I said, oh, God.
I think we probably need to go running back here.
We just went running back.
Oh, yeah.
Let's pick him up. That's a number 1 receiver after 4 games. We have good receivers already starting.
Who are we picking up?
Josh Gordon.
Okay, well, we can do that.
That's
this early?
It's the 8th round. That's a number 1 receiver.
Okay, we can do that.
I picked him up in the 11th.
We'll take a whirl. This is Joe's idea. I like Josh Gordon. I don't know about this hype, but we'll take a whirl on him.
It's the 8th pick. This league. Maybe we've seen a kicker go out.
Goose, I don't think nobody calling Ray Ross. Ray Rossaroni. Nobody's gonna. If he ain't back in the league now, I don't think he's gonna be back in the league at this point.
The thing, I mean, if Hardy is still in the league, I don't know. Nobody's called Ray Rice.
No, that's true. That is true.
But then again, you can't put Ray Rice anywhere in there and have a waiter.
No, that's true. Or a woman.
No. So we just picked up Josh Gordon. Reason why I say picked up Josh Gordon this early. One, I know it's been a couple years since he's played because he can't get off the ganja. But he's the number 1 receiver sitting there in the 8th round. I know he's suspended for 4 games, but you had a player in Le'Veon Bell who went in the 3rd who's suspended for 3, I think, is what y'all said, and Brady who went in the 4th who's suspended for 4. So we picked up a number 1 receiver who has a decent quarterback now in the 8th round, and we already have plenty of receivers, good receivers right now, with Brown, Green, and a Cooper, that we can put Gordon in a flex position with Cooper and would be in good position. So, RG3 looked incredible in the preseason. I'm very interested to see where he is in the first week. Browns could be a dangerous team this year. Actually, they have decent players around them. They have a decent defense. So we may actually see a good Browns team.
Goose, I like Terrell Pryor too. I like Terrell Pryor a lot actually. So
we're talking about. I think he meant to put RG3.
Yeah, RG3. What now? No, Terrell Pryor's playing wide receiver.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry.
Yeah, and he has looked good, really good in the. I'll tell you what, man. I'm not a huge Terrell Pryor fan, but you got to give that kid. I mean, as far as him just trying to make it in the league, I thought the Raiders were kind of dumb to let him go. To be quite honest, I think he's going to be a really good wide receiver.
I misread that. That's it.
I think we should draft Nick Chubb at this point.
My bad, Goose. I thought it, my eyes saw Tyrod Taylor for some reason when it said Terrell Pryor.
Somebody just drafted. I mean, I'm not saying don't draft Emmanuel Sanders, but his fantasy has to plummet, right? Like, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I don't know who's the back. I know they got the one kid,
You got some the,
Simon.
the guy that's starting is that Simon or however you say his name is from Kansas State
Yeah, who's the?
or Northwestern, I mean. And then you have Patrick Lynch.
Oh yeah, that's right, Lynch. That's right. Yeah, man, he's got a lot bigger too. As far as just like I said, man, I mean, his determination making this league. I mean, that's someone that you kind of admire. I mean, he's made some dumb mistakes. Everybody has, but not as dumb mistakes as far as someone like Greg Hardy or Ray Rice. Um, I still think he should have been suspended for trading gear for tattoo NCAA. But I agree, Goose. I think he's got his body in wide receiver shape. He's gotten better every time we've seen him run wide receiver. He's got. I think this is his second time with the Browns, if I'm not mistaken. I think they draft. I think they didn't draft him. But I think they signed him before. I think I hope he does good, man. He reminds me a lot of Anquan Bolden. He's got a lot bigger. I don't know how his route running is, but it seems as far as an athlete, just throw it up to the guy. But I agree, Goose. I think Terrell Pryor is, especially late in the game, could definitely be a steal.
Speaking of Ohio State quarterbacks, the receiver, Braxton Miller is another one.
Yeah, must have. We'll read Ryan's comment for the ones that maybe don't see it. He said a dynasty. He said he's in a dynasty league that runs a 5-round rookie draft every year, and of course next year is going to be Fournette, Chubb, Cook, McSee. Who's McSee? Who's McSee? And then you got guys like Jalen Hurd, who's probably going to come out next year. You got the kid from Florida that's going to come out this year. But yeah, I totally agree, Ryan. That it's probably the most stacked running back we've had.
Kamara.
Kamara is probably going to come out. Um, it's a deep running back draft next year. You can find even I say all those guys you just listed are probably going to go first round, especially Fournette and Chubb, obviously. But McCaffrey, there you go. Okay, McCaffrey. I mean, I don't know about McCaffrey in the pros. I think I don't know. I don't know, man. He kind of reminds me of Reggie Bush a little bit. Um, and I mean, I'm not saying Reggie Bush didn't have a good career because I think he did, but it's going to be interesting how you use McCaffrey in that setup. So I don't know. I don't know how he translates. He reminds me a little bit of a bigger Percy Harvin. Now I think about it, but I think if somebody could fit, like he goes somewhere like New Orleans, or if he goes even you're San Diego, I think San Diego uses their skill position almost better than anybody in the league, or New England or someone like that. Um, I think we was thinking the same thing. Yeah, definitely New England, just a guy that can just play everything. Bill Belichick loves those guys, or maybe the Niners. I think the Niners in Chip Kelly's system would be really, really good as far as that goes because of what he can do in that system and how he uses his skill players. It's going to be interesting in him. I think of all the guys you listed, that's the guy that's probably going to drift a little bit further to the back end of the first round, and that's going to be a guy that somebody's going to pick. He's going to make it in the first round. He's too talented not to go in the first round. But I think that he is going to be a guy that he's going to fall to a good team middle of the first round that is really going to be able to utilize him. I don't know if he can be a primary offensive guy, but if he goes to the right team, which middle first round, end of the first round, I think he could really be really good. And that's one of those picks where, just like you said with New England, New England gets these guys and they just keep falling back and falling back and falling back, and you just wonder how they're getting all these picks, and Belichick's a master at that, and he gets these guys and puts them in great positions. But I think he's a middle of the first round, into the first round type of guy, and he'll go to a really good football team starting off, and he'll kill it. So Jameis Winston just went. Joe, we actually liked him this year.
Yeah, it's too early.
Andy Dalton gets a lot of crap, but Andy Dalton's been a good fantasy quarterback the last 2 years. And you got to remember, fantasy wise, some people that real life stuff get in the way of fantasy. I don't care how good Andy Dalton is in the playoffs. I could care less. It's what he does in the regular season. And Andy Dalton's a pretty good regular season quarterback, and that's all that matters in fantasy. You just gotta have regular season.
Oh my God. Somebody just drafted Brock Osweiler
What round are we in?
at 8th.
10th.
We're sorry, 10th.
Joe's like 2 rounds. That pizza must be real good. He's 2 rounds behind.
Still too early. That's a free agent quarterback.
Well, it's cool if you have a quarterback or not.
So, which makes me kind of scared for the quarterback we talked about here.
Yeah, I mean, we may go quarterback here at least in the 11th. I think it's fine to go in the 11th with this quarterback.
I got a sleeper pick for the 13th.
So let's see what we got. Another guy that I really liked that got me up a lot of, a couple of decent weeks when I started him on a bye was Willie Snead, the kid from New Orleans. Just a guy that nobody really knew about, picked him up and got me a couple good points last year as far as just as a, as a fill-in.
A lot of we got 2 defensive run off the board: Broncos and the Seahawks. Another pick that went off the board that I thought maybe you could pick up if you. It's the 10th round, late round. You could probably get him. Devontae Booker for Denver. I don't think C.J. Anderson, or it's not even C.J. Anderson, but it's Ronnie Hill, right? Hillman or Hill?
It's Hillman and Anderson right now, but Booker was running with first team about midway through camp.
I didn't think they kept C.J. Anderson. Did they keep C.J. Anderson?
Yeah, they kept him. Yeah, because they almost didn't.
Yeah, that's
because Miami offered him an offer sheet.
A kicker has been off the board. And another defense.
All right, so let's see what we got here.
What round is this?
This is the bottom of the 10th.
Yeah, we got first pick.
I actually really like this guy, but
let's see. Yeah,
Alan Hearns is still on the board. Stephen Diggs. Snead. I think it's too high for Snead. I said I like Snead. I don't like him that much. Let's see.
We'll pick a skilled player here because we got back.
Yeah.
We can go with yes.
So we want to draft Robert Griffin III, and we had some pretty in-depth discussion before the draft that we feel like if he can stay healthy, his kid's back. He's had a really good preseason. I think he just need to get out of Washington, to be quite honest. Too talented not to have a good year this year. But yeah, I think we'll go with him and see what happens. Obviously not the last quarterback we'll take, but we'll see what happens with him. All right, then we want to go running back or water. How about tight end? We look at tight end, yeah.
Let's look at tight ends. There's 2 tight ends that I really like. One being the 210.
210.
And another one being the one up above him.
I like him.
And then
I like this guy.
Yes.
I like him a lot.
Yes.
But
the thing I'm scared of is the quarterback doesn't really come back until. But
what do you think?
We can wait on tight end.
Okay, so we got 43 seconds.
There's another skill position.
Running back.
He's on running back list right now. I really like that.
Him.
I really like him.
Man, that's 3 Cleveland guys though.
I really like 73.
I really like 73. He actually had a lot of big points last year.
I really like 74. He's a number 1 option still. They don't know how number 100.
You better hurry or won't take. I like this guy.
Let's get him.
So we just picked up Giovanni Bernard. We're just looking at backups at this point. I mean, all these guys that we have picked. I mean, as far as flex wise, Amari Cooper and Langford probably the guys we're going with. Maybe Melvin Gordon here, but we're just kind of looking at backups at this point. Right now, we know that Tyrod Taylor's probably going to start for us every week. Charles, Murray, Brown, Green, Cooper are all week starters. So, really want a Kobe Fleener, and I didn't see him get picked, so I'm kind of disappointed.
Yeah, he got picked in the
pick number
ninth, I do believe,
95.
eighth or
Yeah.
ninth.
If you can get Kobe Flair this year, I'm not saying take him super high, but I do feel like Flinger is going to be um, a pretty good pickup in that New Orleans offense. Big guy, reminds me a lot of Jimmy Graham as far as how they're going to use him. More of a wide receiver than a tight end. They're going to use him in the slot, big dude. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But somebody picked Reggie Bush. Yep.
What? Who's Reggie Bush playing for? Still Detroit?
Detroit, I think.
Oh,
No. Buffalo.
oh, the taste in my mouth right now.
Buffalo.
Matt Ryan. Man. And somebody just drafted LeGarrette Blunt.
Oregon great, LeGarrette Blunt.
LeGarrette. Can't keep that Blunt.
I actually like Ryan Tannehill this year. I was kind of hoping he kind of hang around.
Yeah.
He got me some big games last year, but
Cardinals D's off the board. Looking to see if the Chiefs D goes off the board this round or next round.
all right. So I'll be right back, and we'll take care of my dog here in a minute, and I'll be right back.
I'll still be here.
Joe will still be here.
I'll still be here. Got a few picks. Oh man. So skill position wise, there's still some really good options on the board, especially running back. You got two running back ones on the board right now, possibly three or three running back ones on the board. So not too bad. Decent number two back on the board still with Cleveland. Sleeper pick at running back still on the board. And if he's still there about the 14th or so, we could. So we could go with him. But our last pick, I don't know if he mentioned our last pick, Giovanni Bernard, which, according to what Jeremy Hill does this year, could be a decent pickup this late. Always gets good yardage. Jeremy Hill's a touchdown thief, though. Just according to what he does this year. If Jordan Hill. Let's see. So we went. So Cardinals D is off the board. Jared Cook just got drafted. Green Bay tight end could be the tight end breakout of the breakout tight end of the year. After that, you got Gary Barnridge. I think is how you say his last name. Could be another breakout tight end. And then we had Dak Prescott drafted. All right. Al Hearns got drafted. And then Cutler just came off the board. So on defense again here, we got the Texans defense, which J.J. Watt did just get cleared to play first week. So that defense just got a little bit better. But it kind of surprised me that goes before the Chiefs defense. Even the Raiders defense to be. And I tell you, a sleeper defense this year would be Jacksonville's. Oh. So right now, our lineup right now is looking like Tyrod Taylor, RG3, We got Jamar Charles as running back 1, Latavius Murray as running back 2. On rideouts, Antonio Brown, AJ Green. Haven't drafted a tight end yet. We can get one of those in the later rounds. Flex positions, Amari Cooper. We may and Jeremy Langford. And then right now on our bench, we have Melvin Gordon. We have to wait about 4 weeks for Josh Gordon to be able to play, but he may be a good flex position. And then we have Giovanni Bernard. Man, picks are flying in. Taylor Effort just got picked. Jordan Matthews, which may hey bud, which may be a good pick. But with them trading Bradford, you don't know what Chase Daniels is going to do, and Tyler, and whatever that quarterback name is that they drafted this year, Vince, we don't know what he's going to do either. We have 1-2 picks, first round picks, and quarterbacks that don't even know how to break a huddle. So we'll see how that turns out. He probably hasn't broke a huddle since high school, I would say.
So, I already went his name that you talked about. So at this point, when they traded Bradford, Wentz is on the fast track to start, from what I understand. And whether he starts week 1, who knows? But at this point, they really like him to be drafted. So, or not to be drafted, to start. So, I don't know how smart that is. I like Wentz. I think Wentz will end up being a solid quarterback. I probably don't know if he's a starter at this point, but I mean, what else does Philly have to use? I actually really like Chase Daniel. I don't know why Chase Daniel really hasn't got shot yet, but my personal opinion.
For the 12th, Devontae Parker just went. Let's get picked up. I say go look at the receivers. I'm a receiver heavy guy. The first 2.
I actually really like Kevin White, but I like this kid too. I like that kid.
Go up 2.
And this kid, obviously, we talked about.
Yeah, I think that one.
And even this guy.
I think 117. I think 84 would be a good pickup in the 12th round. Last pick of the 12th round.
Yeah, we could do that.
Even 85. And even 101. Oh, well, I thought he just went.
He did.
Just went.
85 just went.
Well, number 85 was Sterling Shepard.
Sterling Shepard. Yeah, most definitely, Ryan. Thanks for hanging out with us, man. Really appreciate it. So, thanks to everybody that stopped by. We had Jerry Massey drop by. We had Ryan, of course. Goose has stayed with us. Our friend Travis, I don't know if he's still here. Josh is here as well. So thanks for dropping by. Yeah, so it looks like we're probably going to go wide receiver at this point. We just don't know which one to go with.
We didn't draft Benjamin, did we?
I actually like this kid, but not
later.
Yeah. Let's look at quarterbacks. Just look at quarterbacks. I know we got 2, but we need another one.
Dude, there's so many.
I actually really like him, and I know I'm nuts, but
just we can wait.
That guy.
He didn't the one below him, but not this round. I think wideout. I think our guy's still gonna be on the board for 84. I think he's having a really good year.
What this kid?
The kid that one would be Funches.
Oh, this one right here. This is what I'm talking about.
I know, but I was saying Funches was his favorite target last year. Caves.
Yeah, but his favorite target's back.
Well, he doesn't know it's his favorite target because he never got to throw with him. But I think 84 is who we need to get.
We'll take a flyer.
He's not a breakout year.
We'll take a flyer.
I know it's the 13th round. Look at kickers.
I ain't taking kicker.
No, listen.
I ain't taking kicker in the 13th round.
Stop. Look up a kicker.
I ain't taking a kicker in the 13th round.
If he's not on the board, you don't have to worry about it. He's still on the board.
I ain't taking a kicker. No.
He outscores every tight end.
I ain't taking a kicker.
Dude.
In the 13th round.
He outscores every tight end except for two: Rob Gronkowski. One really.
I'm not taking kicker in the 13th round.
He is worth it.
I'm not taking him in the 13th round. I don't take kickers. The last two is when I take kicker in a defense.
He
Because those are all
outscores.
interchangeable. You can interchange those guys every week. I'm not saying he's not a good kicker, but
He outscores
I just
every
don't.
tight end in the league in fantasy.
I don't see that big of a difference between him. He got 146 points. There's a bunch of people within striking range of him.
All right, fine.
Who knew we'd fight about a kicker in the 13th round? Hey, your boy's still on board.
You want another receiver?
We need to go running back again or quarterback.
Yeah, we go running back.
I actually like this kid.
Yes.
We really gonna fight about a kicker?
Just saying. There's about 16 picks.
We still got tight end.
There's still a good tight end on the board.
Thanks for everybody's tuning in. I think we've had some pretty good conversations tonight
Mm-hmm.
about college and pro and everything else. What's the scores in college right now? We looked yet?
College?
Apparently USC. My wife just texted me and said that USC had a guy, kick Bama in the naughty bits. So who is CJ?
Oh man, that's the kid I was hoping to pick up next round. He played 1 year running back for Notre Dame. He's a receiver. He played last year running back Notre Dame. Got hurt in the Virginia game, maybe.
That's the game they almost got beat, right?
Yeah, but in that offense, in Seattle's offense, yeah, he's a catching machine on the backfield. Whoa.
What's the score?
Let's see. You got South Dakota State and TCU tied up at 24 apiece at halftime.
Holy crap!
Of course, um, South Dakota State has a really, I don't know if it's, they said, I think they still have him. I think he might be a junior this year. Really good running back. Speedy kid. UMass and Florida, 10-7 still in the third.
Florida.
Alabama 17-3. Clemson and Auburn 0-0 at the end of the first.
Ooh.
Let's see. Where's the UNC? Georgia won UNC 33-24.
Georgia won.
Yep. So let's see. Games that are still on. Those are the games that are still on. You got UMass and Florida 10-7. UMass has the ball. Midway through the third. USC and Alabama 17-3 at halftime. South Dakota State University and TCU tied up at 24 at halftime. Clemson and Auburn tied up at 0 at the end of the first.
That's right. I got a constant surrender. This is my Cobra symbol. Cobra, la 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 la.
When did Cobra become extreme jihadist?
No, that's what they did.
Really?
Yeah, go back and watch the cartoon. The little Cobra, la 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 la.
Even that shit was racist. Ollie! No.
Bud.
Ollie. Ow. God, that's a big dog. A long dog. Mohammed Sanu. Somebody went with my kicker idea.
Yeah, Travis, we are, man. Hopefully, we play a lot better, but I think it's going to be a cool game. I still think we win, but after the way we play against Appy State, I don't know. Offensively, defensively, but Appy State's a good football team.
Appy State was a wake-up game. Appy State had the 11th best defense in all college football last year. A lot of people don't give them credit. If it's one thing
17 out of 19 games coming in.
If it's one thing that Appy State has had that Tennessee hasn't had in a couple of years, consistency.
Yep, consistency.
So they deserve to win. If we would have lost, I probably would have made a little bit of money on that. I almost put money on because Tennessee was a 21-point favorite to win it. and I almost put money against
Spread.
the spread just because it's Appy State. And they have Mike the Bold number.
Travis, you going to the Battle of Bristol? I don't know.
Hey, my lawyer's on here.
Hey, Joe's lawyer
He's a
retainer.
retainer. I haven't said anything tonight that I need you for yet.
Yeah, but we still got a couple more rounds, so we may still have to have you.
So we picked up old Kenyon Drake.
Daniel, I actually won a contest, the same contest. Oh no, okay. I figured you'd be wanting to get tickets, some way or another. Daniel I actually won Song of the Deep. uh, actually, there's a guy named East Coast Gamer guy,
yeah.
And he did a drawing, and I won the Song of the Deep physical release. Yeah, I think everybody try. Actually, there's a lot of tickets go on sale on the local yard sale page. I've seen at least 4 pair of tickets go on sale in the last month.
Yeah, but there's still a lot.
Well, about 300. I mean, it's not bad.
Only 300.
Well, regular Tennessee tickets are 300 at this point for 2. So,
really?
Yeah. We looked. I mean, even the Appy State game was really expensive. It's called Hop, Joe. It's called Hop. Oh, of course it's way over ticket price. Yeah, I think every ticket from here on out is going to be way over ticket price.
I don't want to go to the Virginia Tech UT game. I'll go to the ETSU game the next week.
Yeah, we'll see you guys at the ETSU game live. Monsters of Geek at ETSU. What are they playing? Western Carolina?
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
No, I just think. I mean, I think it'd be a good experience to be at. I don't know how good of watch as far as watching the game.
You're going to watch it on the big screen TV.
Basically, and that's why they hung it up, so everybody can watch it on big screen. I'd rather watch it on my big screen here and be perfectly fine. I think it'd be a cool experience to go and just say you win. It's kind of like Comic-Con in San Diego. You want to go once. I don't know if you want to go every year. It's just too crowded. It's not really a comic book show anymore. All that stuff. It'd be cool to go because it's like the mecca of geekdom, but it's something that's so crowded now. I don't know if you want to go all the time. And I think that's what Bristol's going to be. So,
and you have the world's worst fan base there. So, I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I mean, obviously alcohol will be sold there, so I don't know how Tech and Tennessee, because Tech and Tennessee they hate each other. You think we're rivals from 50 years,
dude? There's gonna be so much alcohol at the pregame, at the tailgates.
That's true.
It's gonna be sad. That's gonna be the world's biggest redneck tailgate.
Yeah. Yep. No argument here.
Florida, Georgia has the fanciest tailgate. Well, Virginia Tech, Tennessee don't have the most redneck tailgate.
That's right. Oh yeah, that's right. Yep.
So,
but it'll be. I think it'll be a good football game. Actually, Tech kind of struggled with Liberty till about the fourth quarter, middle of the third or something.
Tech's always struggled first week.
So we'll see. I think we're a better football team. We got more talent. But
wait a second. Tech fans were talking trash about us almost getting beat by Appy State, but didn't Appy State beat them 2 years ago?
No, it's JMU.
JMU beat them.
Yeah, that's even worse than Appy State. JMU went into Blacksburg and beat them.
So
they was ranked.
They was ranked that year.
Like 16, 17, something like that. Yep.
Yeah.
JMU's got a nice. I've caught a couple state football games there. They got a nice facility up there.
I mean, they laid the turf right.
That's true.
Running backs going off the board. Ones that don't
run on running backs.
Who did Kenyon Drake even draft to?
I love Kenyon Drake, by the way.
Yeah, I think he'll be really good. But
I think he's better than Henry, and that's just my personal opinion. If he would have stayed healthy, Henry wouldn't have saw the field as much. That kid can just play. He's a flat out player.
I'm not saying Henry wouldn't saw the field as much, but
Kenyon Drake could do much more than what Henry could.
I know, but Henry's just a beast.
He is, but
at college level.
Listen, I think he's going to be good. I don't know for how long he's going to do good, but. So we want him, right?
I really
we could actually take 2 here. I
really think ASJ is gonna have a breakout year. He's healthy for the first time.
I don't like him, man.
Huh?
I don't like him.
Are you really?
I don't like him. I just don't like him.
Okay, if we don't do two,
I actually like this kid if you want hurt. But
if we don't do two,
how about this kid in San Diego?
I don't say if we don't do two, we don't.
I really like that kid, but
Uh,
Antonio Gates, they lost Green. I mean, we could take two at this point. One of them's going to have to be dry. How many more picks we got left?
we don't want to put two tight ends on our bench.
I really like that kid, but
Get him. If you like him, get him. We'll go with the first one first.
yeah, I like him first.
And we're going to wait on the other one.
Okay, that's fine.
And let's
We need
go.
a quarterback.
Let's look at quarterback. We'll see what's on the board.
We need one at least for a bye week.
I really like the one above that. I know, but I think he's in a good system. He's got a good offensive coordinator that knows what he's doing with quarterbacks.
Yeah, but this guy, Kelly made Sanchez look good.
Um,
We won't even have to start him 1 week, so I don't think it really matters. But he's got more in legs too.
and then we also have the first one up there, who knows how to manage a football game.
That's true. I mean, we got to get 3 good ones there. Would be backups.
I really like 266. 266 with Sam Bradford, y'all.
Yeah. I'm not so sold on that one, but
Later, I mean, when
we only got to start him twice, so I think we're fine.
Why are we starting them twice?
Because both Taylor and Griffin has bye weeks,
Oh, that's true.
so he's got to play at least twice.
The good thing about him is he's an early bye week in 4.
That's true.
Other good thing is like I said, he's got tremendous talent around him. This is not a team that's solidly focused on him.
I hope you prove me wrong. I really do, and I think he's probably in a better position than obviously he would have been in Philadelphia. But
the Rams' focus was trying to get him to throw to anybody that could catch, which was nobody on that team.
That's true.
Philly had all right talent around him. He didn't fit that offensive system.
How many rounds we got left in this thing?
Well, we need 1, 2. Got a bench and a kicker.
And a defense.
Oh, look at defenses. I think all the good ones already got.
Well, defense is a week in,
Unless,
week out. Right?
unless you can get an elite one.
Ooh, I like that one. I like that one. I like both those.
I like both of those, and there's another one I like. Up, down, right there.
I'm not sold on them completely. I like these two up here,
I
though.
like those two. If we can get them. Which I don't think we're going to.
A lot of sacks from that team right there.
I kind of wish we would have looked to see if they were on the board.
Actually, which one do you like better? Because Houston's out for those guys to at least the first couple
I
weeks.
still like.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I like either one of them. Either one of them's going to be really good. I mean, of course, we could have seen New Jack Mack, but
That's true.
we could still see.
And we'll get bye weeks. Well, Josh Gordon will be back, okay? Because we've got Kevin White. He's on the same bye week as both age.
But Kevin White's going to be starting.
That's true. Oh, we got a good clip here.
So we got Terrence West. That's the kid that played for Cleveland.
That's it. Yeah.
Stephon Diggs. It's a good pick there. D'Angelo Williams, which is another good pick.
Late, but he won't be.
Oh no, but the first three.
4 games.
3. We may actually have a chance this they start going defense heavy.
One thing about it, kind of hung out with us tonight. We want to thank Goose and Travis and Joel. Joel dropped by. Jeremy Massey dropped by. Robin dropped by. So all of our friends that kind of dropped by. Ryan stayed for a while, so we really appreciate that. Just talking to us, and him and Goose probably hung around the most. So we appreciate those two guys. We just wanted to have a little bit of fun with this. Like I said, we're drafting together for the first time.
YouTube has an argument on fantasy football about kickers.
That's true. Yeah, Joe actually got his parent voice going there.
I did
When it came with the kicker. So I don't take kickers till the last
He's a
defensive
point
kicker.
machine.
So I know he's a point machine. That's great,
He outscores every tight end.
but he doesn't outscore every kicker.
And in 2014, he would have been, if you went point wise, would have been the 5th best rusher.
Yeah, but he's a kicker, Joe. I can't take a kicker before the last round or defense, whichever one that last 2 rounds.
No, there's one more defenses.
Aw, man. So I guess we'll go to the next one.
If they're still on there.
Oh man, we still got a long way.
If they're not still on there, then we'll go with
Score that Florida game.
190.
I love to see Florida lose. I don't care if it's SEC or not. I'd love to see Florida lose.
Yeah,
To UMass.
I had some Florida fans on my friends list that gave me heck about Appy State. So, so Florida fans, shut up. It's still 10-7.
How much time left?
4 minutes in the third.
God, games are moving slow for a 10-7 game.
Auburn's up on Clemson 3-0. And it's early in the second, but still. You know how you know it's football time in Florida? Cut off shorts and gingers are out.
Why wear cargo shorts? That's like a step up from George, apparently.
And why did the Gator cross the road?
Wow.
Because you couldn't get past the goal line.
Ah.
So, South Carolina lost to Vandy, right?
No, South Carolina beat Vandy.
Well,
Vandy can't score it. Apparently, no one in the East but Georgia can score it or not.
I'm glad. I'm happy for Muschamp because he came out in the press this week and he was like, "If you ask all my coaching friends, I'm a good coach." Like, you don't say that about yourself.
No, that's.
So if he would have lost, I would have laughed. And I think he's a good defensive coordinator. I think
he's fine defensively.
I think he got Auburn last year. Their defense was hurt all year.
That's true.
So he got the short end of the stick there. I think he's picking up a South Carolina team that is rebuilding too.
So we got a long way to go. You guys are thinking way too much about this. Come on.
I know. It's the 14th and 15th round. Stop thinking and just pick.
Just close your eyes and click and
Yeah.
choose.
So I think we got 3 picks left. So it's the 13th round. Or no, it's the no. It has to be 14th.
This is the 16th.
What?
Yes, it's right there.
Where did
Round
you see
16,
that?
pick 2. Right above the clock.
Is there 18 rounds?
I guess. I don't know.
I thought there was only 16.
So we'll get kicker and defense, and then
ASJ's off the board. Think he's gonna have a
who
great
took
year
Roberto Agora? That's the dude that keep missing kicks this preseason, isn't it? From Tampa.
from Tampa.
Guy didn't miss anything in Florida State. He's missed like everything in the pro so far.
Hey, you know who we could get a kicker? My boy, the man, the myth, the legend, the German troll, Sebastian Janikowski.
Is he still playing?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, we'll pick up Janikowski just for good old time's sake.
You might want to check and make sure. I know he's on the board. There, I'll check. I wouldn't know how to spell his name. Go Kickers. I'll just see if there's any. He's still in the.
Yeah, right here, baby.
Pick a little note.
Oh, let me.
Will the note not come up? Click again. Huh. Oh, hold on. Name.
It doesn't matter who we pick, but
I'm gonna look and see if he's still playing. That's my boy, the fatback. Actually, Penn State's got a guy that probably makes him look skinny. Did you see that punter today? That kicker? Yeah, he's a big boy, and he literally hit stick a dude today on a punt. I wouldn't even say hit stick. Like, he threw his belly at him and knocked him to the ground.
belly stick.
Like, he's like,
Whose
belly.
pick is it? I guess it don't matter.
Operation somebody. Theo Riddick. Come
Well,
on.
that's one of our guys. He left the draft at 10:05, so he's probably just going to let this run.
This is trash picks, guys.
Boo.
Let's go.
We got 16 rounds here, so we'll get to pick one more time.
Sebastian Janikowski. Polish cannon.
Somebody drafted Justin Forsett. He doesn't even have a team.
Well, you know.
You know, whatever.
Oh no. Dude, poor wireless connectivity. Okay.
We're back. We're back.
We're back. Back
Hello.
again. Yes, we're back. Back. Hello, friend. Monsters of Geek is back. Back. Monsters of Geek is back. Monsters of Geek is back.
So what t-shirt you sport today?
This is a shirt called Batman's Nightmare
Awesome.
from Ripped Apparel.
I just bought me a new Ninja Turtle shirt. It's got the old school turtles, but their bandanas are colored in.
Oh, that's cool. Does Charles Tim even have a team?
Yeah, he Tampa. All right, we want Janikowski.
Yeah, this is probably his last year in the league, so he's not going to the betting. And then we want to go defense because Raiders is still on the board. The Raiders. And then who's going to be Mr. Elizabeth right because we're picking him.
A little tight end, right?
We got last pick.
Who's left at quarterback? One of our guys still at quarterback.
Which guy?
Gabbard. We need a backup tight end, though. I guess we don't need a backup tight end, but
I tell you.
Or him.
Go tight end. I haven't seen him go on the board yet. But I might be wrong. Yeah, he's off the board.
Who's he looking at?
Jimmy Graham.
Yeah, he went way earlier, yeah.
No, he didn't go way early. He was still on the board when we drafted the tight end last round.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh.
But he's out week 1, I think. There's another guy that I really like. And it's not the defensive end from Miami. Cameron Jordan. It's a tight end from Miami. Jordan.
He didn't have a good year last year.
They're saying that he could have a good year this year. But I do like the guy that you were talking about. I do like
I just think he's going to get to play a lot because he's basically their backup tight end.
188. I really like him.
Yeah, I like him.
And that gives us a weapon with one of our starting QBs.
That's true. But would we start him over? Well, we may start him over Bennett.
There may be a point in time, maybe second week, we could start him over Bennett because you got to remember who's throwing the passes.
That's true.
For not saying that little Italian Garoppolo won't be any good, but I think Tommy's going to be a better choice to start him when he gets back.
Yeah. So we go on potential, or we go on somewhat proven. I mean, he didn't have a bad season last year. Let's see what his stats were last year. Not terrible.
Yeah, but did he play for? He didn't play for Buffalo last season, did he?
He did. Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Well, not too bad. We could go with proven and old.
I really like that other kid. I
go to him. Let me see him.
Because I think he's going to have. I'm not going to say he's going to have a huge, but I mean, who's behind Gates? Shoot, I'd even draft Gates at this point because he's still on 5 points. I mean,
he's a touchdown machine.
Yeah.
Somebody just drafted James Starks. I mean, when was the last time he touched the ball?
He touched a lot last year because Lacey got hurt.
That's
true. He pulled a hammy.
I don't even mind 137.
Well, somebody already took Antonio Gates.
Can we?
Yeah.
Click on him.
Oh yeah. I totally forgot about him. He actually had a really good year last year.
And even 140 had a pretty good year last year too.
Yep.
And with Megatron out.
I like 137 though.
I like 137.
I like 137.
He's got a proven quarterback.
Yeah.
Um, he's
Got a
the
really good
security blanket.
Yeah, and got really good rhythm with him last year near
Mm-hmm.
the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Jake, what's up, man? Almost done. We got one more pick left. But I think yeah,
I even
I
like
like him.
I even like
I don't buy
244.
244.
Hey, that's who we're going with. We said at the same time.
Man, I still like. I don't know, man. Which one do you think?
I really, because you don't have an offense that's going to run small pass routes, and you don't have an offense that has two really good receivers coming along, and still have.
He did
Peterson.
really good for me a couple years ago. I actually really liked him, but I think I was out on 137. I mean, I don't mind 240. I mean at this point,
I don't mind.
I mean,
I
you
don't
know,
mind anybody all the way down to the guy that we like.
who else is
Well,
on the board?
not
Who else is on the board? Let's go see who's left at running back.
nobody. Oh my God! Yes,
Okay.
yes. Because I think he's gonna have a good year with regime change.
Actually, let me tell you who we should take.
Uh,
161.
I can't see the microphone going again.
Because of who we took as a starter.
Yeah.
Because he's going to be the guy that's going to replace him if he gets hurt.
Yeah.
And at this point, you take a handcuff.
Go to that's true. Go 236 real quick. I mean, we got time. I just want to see. Keep over there. I know he's unproven, but you got rid of. He still has Stewart.
Yeah.
But I mean, if we want to take a handcuff,
I think handcuff wise, I think where'd he go? I lost him.
we gotta scroll up. I think.
Oh.
Unless somebody got him.
Somebody get him? Yes. Well, there goes that idea.
Somebody got.
I actually like that pick right there if you want hurt.
Which one? The one
Kenneth
that we're on
Dixon.
now?
Yeah.
Who?
Kenneth Dixon, guy from Louisiana Tech.
I don't know that, but he said. So what are we doing?
Let's look at wide receivers. See who's left on that.
Yeah, there's probably still. Oh, I bet Steve Hogan's left.
But he is. That's the guy you wanted, wasn't
Yeah, we can get him.
Who's he at?
If Hogan's not left, Will Fuller. Yeah. Because we're not going to pay him all that money.
How about Treadwell?
We can go him, we can go Treadwell, we can go Fuller.
I'm surprised nobody chose Treadwell yet.
Only thing about Fuller is his hands are unsure.
Yeah.
He's got all the speed in the world, but he's got a lot of.
He threw to him a lot this preseason too.
So
good.
Too.
So Hogan, Fuller, or Treadwell. I think those are the three we need to focus on.
Tell you another one. Sammy Coates, but we already have Browns in there. Yeah. This is our pick.
So with Fuller still on the board, and we still got Treadwell on the board, Hogan's gone.
Hogan is gone.
Yep.
Well, we got Bradford.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and pick Treadwell.
Okay.
See how they do together.
I can't believe he's still on the board, actually.
The last pick.
And that's it. We are finished. Let's run down our lineup. Starters: Tyrod Taylor, Robert Griffin Jr.
Excuse me?
Or sorry, Robert Griffin III.
Yeah.
Jamar Charles, Latavius Murray at running back. Wide receiver: Antonio Brown, AJ Green, tight end Martellus Bennett, flex Amari Cooper, Jeremy Langford. Raiders defense: Sebastian Janikowski as our starting kicker. Bench: Melvin Gordon, Josh Gordon, who won't be able to play till week 5, but hey, we'll stick with him. Giovanni Bernard, Kevin White from Chicago, wide receiver. Running back: Amir Abdullah. Quarterback: Sam Bradford and Laquan Treadwell.
Which we could see Jeremy Langford get switched out with Josh Gordon week 5.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, we're really running wide receiver heavy, and I think I really like Giovanni Bernard. I think he's going to be the guy that gets a lot of the receptions and stuff like that. Actually had a really good year last year near the end of the year. So
we might see Kevin Wright get put in on a flex.
Yeah.
Even Treadwell when we start Bradford in later weeks. They get that connection.
And some of these
going.
guys, I mean, we're going to give them a couple weeks. You know, you look at Amir Abdullah. We'll see how much he's involved in the offense first week, and if not, he's gone. You know, Kevin White, we'll see what he does the next couple
Good,
of weeks.
good look at
Um,
quarterbacks because I mean, here's the thing with Bradford. We'll see what he does. He probably won't start the first week in um, Minnesota
what we look at?
quarterbacks. So that's a kid that we could drop and pick up like a Ryan Fitzgerald, even a Blaine Gabbert. Or we could even try and trust to see if we can pick up a Paxton Lynch and hold on to him
Yeah.
because we know he's going to get to start sometime this year. But I mean, I really think, I hope I'm right. I really think Sam Bradford's going to have a really good year behind a really good offensive line with a really good running back and three good targets to throw to. Four good targets if
How come ESPN still lists Tim Tebow like he's going to play?
they still have Calvin Johnson receivers.
Oh, that's true. But Calvin's got a better chance coming back than.
But
Wait, did somebody pick him?
who?
Somebody picked Tim Tebow. That's why he showed up. Last pick, whatever.
It's probably
That's a
auto
funny
pick.
pick. Whatever, yeah.
Um,
Which bad on ESPN for even have him up next on the auto though. What you think?
yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
But I mean, he's a 170. He's a 176 player in the rankings.
That's true.
But I mean, you could have four good targets with him if um, Charles, what's his face, actually shows up this year. God, what was his
Who are we talking about?
Bradford with Minnesota?
Oh, Charles Johnson.
Johnson?
Yeah, Charles Johnson was right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was supposed to show up last year and he didn't.
Yeah, he was a bust.
Poor Teddy Bridgewater didn't have anybody till the last part of that year. The third two dates came back. But poor Teddy Bridgewater now, 2 years out.
Sucks for Bridgewater. He seems like a good kid.
And he's not the best quarterback in the world, but he reminds me a lot of like an Alex Smith type where he could game manage.
Yeah, but I think Minnesota really needs a game breaker quarterback. I don't know how much longer he would be in Minnesota. I think if Minnesota, you look at quarterback next year in the draft, see who's available and try to take another kid. But
you just wasted your first round pick. But then again, first round pick doesn't always mean quarterback. I don't know quarterbacks coming out next year. I don't think the quarterback class is that great.
it's not super great. You've got the kid from Clemson. That's pretty much about it at this point. Possibly that is no, he's a sophomore. Kid from UCLA.
Yeah, he's a sophomore.
Trying to think who else, man. About the kid from Mississippi, Kelly.
Kelly.
He's a junior, right?
You can probably get him in later round. He ain't gonna go first.
I don't know how IQ smart he is as far as football goes.
Fourth quarter, still 10-7. Start of the fourth. UMass has the ball. Come on, UMass. TCU up 31-24. Clemson scored touchdown 7-3.
Yeah, I think we're out. Thanks for all the people who dropped by. We really appreciate it. Jeremy Massey dropped by. We appreciate him. We had Mark dropped by. Mark Jones. We had. I want to miss somebody. I should have started.
Casey.
Robin, Casey. Thank you guys for dropping by. Jake dropped by for a little bit. Big ups to Goose and Ryan, who stuck with us for a pretty long time. While we sat here and had some pretty good discussions. Daniel dropped by for a little bit.
While you're here to make sure it's doing fine.
That's right. And don't forget, monstergeek.com. Go check us out. We're not posting as much as we used to. I got to try to get a new schedule up. But we've got a lot of stuff down the pike coming. So we also got our wrestling draft. That's we're about halfway through. And then we'll start posting some stuff about that. We got the podcast. Yeah, go. If you like what you heard, this is only part of what we talk about. So go check us out on iTunes, Spreaker.com, Stitcher, all that good stuff. Monsters of Geek podcast, so go check us out there. I think that's about it. Thanks for Travis for sticking by, talking about some battle at Bristol. But yeah, everybody stop by. We really appreciate it. This is our first time doing Facebook, and we may do some stuff later. This would be awesome to do for pay-per-views and stuff as well. So thank you guys. Everybody on YouTube. Nobody's watching us on YouTube right now, but we do stream through YouTube as well. So But yeah, thanks a lot, and I think we're it. I think this is it. So thanks for sticking with us, and it's official. The Super Disco Lumber Groots have their team, and we are ready to take over this league. Catch you later. Peace.
We're still alive. We are still alive. Oh man, you're still alive,
Oh, I'm
dude.
still on. Arr. There you go. There you go.
All right. Oh, turn off YouTube, man.
Oh no. Bye YouTube.
Good thing I didn't shake you then.